Alright, so my next project, I have been tasked with building a new ball jar light fixture. This is going to be just a simple sconce style ball jar light fixture. So there's going to be a couple things that if you want to build this you'll need. Just some lamp wire. I believe this is just 16-2, nothing too aggressive. Let's see, you are going to need one of these just simple light socket fixtures. You can pick these up at Lowe's for like $5. It's just a pull chain light socket, so need one of those. I've got the wire cut to just a random about 3-foot length just to give me something to work with to start off with, and I've already come over and cut the top of the ball jar to the diameter I needed for this to go through. So this actually will it'll fit perfectly. It threads right onto that hole. I popped in a few holes with my center punch just to as the the light bulb inside there gets hot, it needs to be able to release some of that expanding air out the top. This is going to be for an interior fixture. If you were going to do an exterior, I would not recommend this setup because it would definitely not be weather tight. And I'll show you, I just had set up my drill press with a hole saw on there to cut that hole in the top. So I'm going to start putting it together and I'll update you here in a minute. Alright, it's going to be a little hard to see here, but you can see that one side of this wire has some writing stamped onto it. The other side is ribbed on the outside edge. Typical convention, if I'm not mistaken, is that the writing will go to your neutral wire. So you have two different colors of posts here. You've got a silver post and you've got a brass post. So the brass post is going to be your load side, where the silver post will be your neutral. So I'm putting the wire that had the writing on my neutral post. So that means just when you hook it up to the wall or wherever your box is, there'll be a white wire, typically a black wire, and possibly a green wire for ground, or it may just be plain copper for your ground. You would hook your white wire, which is the neutral wire, up to the end with the writing on it, and this side with the ribbed is going to be our load side. So anyway, just wanted to kind of let you know how I was wiring that post up right there. I'll slide this down now, get this mounted into the jar, and let you see how that looks. Okay, so I basically just pushed that in down onto the socket. I have now put the lid of the ball jar down on the threads. You can see it's not quite tight yet, but once I come in and put this piece and screw it together, it'll hold that ball jar lid tight. Alright, so now I have screwed this on and it is nice and tight. You can see that it's holding it pretty well. The socket that I got actually had this bell for the chain to come and go. I contemplated taking that off, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it very much, and it will help if the chain is pulled slightly up not to get caught on the edge of the plastic. So I'm leaving it there for now. I'm going to slide the ball jar lid down over the top and put it down in the jar, and we'll see what that looks like. Alright, I have screwed it all together. I've actually put an Edison bulb inside, so you can see how that looks, and I may have to bend the top a little bit to get it more straight up and down inside the jar, but it is looking pretty good. Now I just need to make the sconce that it's going to be suspended from some old pallet wood that I have over there. Alright, so a little update now on the sconce that I'm constructing. I basically cut a piece of pallet board down to about 2 feet long. Then this has no rhyme or reason. I don't actually even know what the total height dimension on it. It's a little under 8 inches. But basically what's going to happen is I'm going to build a triangular box here on the top that'll enclose, so the wire will come up through this hole that I put in here. The excess can be balled up into the box, and then it'll come out the back that will hook to the wall the wall box itself. I'll probably pre-drill a couple of screws that could be mounted for the box, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. With the box may be removable so that you can actually mount it to the wall. But I'm gluing it up right now. Once that's done, I just need to build that triangular box and figure out how I'm going to have that all attached, and it's going to be finished. I made up the little box that's going to cover the extra wire. Basically I just cut some triangles. I figured out my dimensions on where my holes were, and I cut triangles, and then came in and cut a longer board to cap it out. And so basically how it's going to sit is it'll sit just right on top of here. Alright, so here's the finished product. I went ahead and figured out that I just recessed some screws up into the bottom of the triangle to hold it in place. That way it can be removed when they go to mount it to the wall. But here's the light. It's just basically a simple hanging sconce fixture with the ball jar. It's hard for me to get back far enough. I'll add some pictures to this video, but that's basically it. Very simple construction. A shelf that sticks out from a 2-foot backboard with a triangle box to hide the wire. I left a good 2 feet of wire hanging out that they can feed back into that box or cut it off and mount to the wall. But can't wait to see what it looks like on. There it is.